lights on. Here we go. What I just got given. Although it didn't last very long. Doesn't mean it's not on its way. Let me just take those out. Right, we're going to go for a collective after Mercury retrograde. Because I'm feeling it. Protection of the highest level, messages for the collective from Ella Guru for a major arcana, and then we'll jump into the fairies, give us gateways, opportunities, advice for the collective. Now Mercury has transitioned forward again, we're about to go into Leo season, and then we're bang into the eclipses. But let's see what the cards, what messages of the highest level do we have for the collective? Opportunities, gateways, inner work, outer work, whatever. What's coming through? Let's see if we get one. Maybe I'm not meant to start with these. Normally they'd have jumped by now. Hope we're all doing well. I've seen a lot of readers online feeling quite exhausted over the last week. But still showing up to the table. And why aren't you jumping? Okay, so maybe I'm not meant to use these. And she said, there we have the Devil and the Emperor. Oh, is it because that was still in there? So the Devil and the Emperor with strength at the bottom. Strength, she's got this magic wand in her hand. Look at her. It's like, I have the power. I've got the power. I've got the power. She's overcoming. Here it's like, there's loads of cats and lions and bears and what look like knives in the background and things in the background, and she's got this cape on. She's dressed almost like Wonder Woman, but she's got her mask on and everything. She's dressed in blue, so there's a hell of a lot of protection. And this is inner strength. This is finding the light inside, finding the strength to know yourself, know truth, know, like, it's not about physical strength, it's mental strength. We're going to get into that. I'm going to leave that at the bottom there. We're going to get into this. We've got the Devils. There's obviously temptation. There has been temptation. And the Devil is attachment. So it's anything that is codependent, anything that has something attached to it. Here we have like women in bondage. We have, the Emperor sat on his throne. He's got a walking stick, so he has a crutch. And the Devil represents anything that is a crutch. So like I said, addictions, anything that might tempt you off of your path, if you like. Bottles, alcohol, anything that's eluding, seductive, and is saying, come here, but there's something attached to it. So the Devil and the Emperor. Now the Emperor is the divine masculine, and I love this card because he is like half, he's got antlers, and he's got these legs, and he's frying this egg. We've had this before. He's got this like bird on his arm. So it's almost like he's in touch with the animal kingdom. He's got all these plants growing around him. The emperor is the divine. He masters the earth realm. He has kingdoms. He's in charge of kingdoms. So it's being in the divine masculine and actually being in control, but not in a... If it was upside down, I would say it was distorted, which is control, but it's the right way up. So it's like mastery of, in the divine masculine energy of your reality at this present time. And with the devil coming out and strength, we're going to get some more. So there were attachments, codependencies, anything that makes you feel like you're changed to something. And the emperor. Now he's got this red sash across him, which is very earth-like energy, root chakra energy. So there could have been some healing going on because they've both got the red on them. Some healing going on around the earth chakra. It's right across his chest, right across his heart space. And there's all these people in the background as well. And I've said this before, they're circling this tree. Now, the emperor makes sure that everybody has a good time. Like that there's eggs on the frying pan. He's got enough for himself. He's got enough to share out. It's like he's multitasking. He's looking after the animals. He's making sure that his cup is full. He's cooking probably for the people in the background. But again, with those being quite dark and in shadow, it could also be like a... with trees, I always associate it with ancestry. So it could be shadow cells of ancestries, past lives or ancestral, all going around this tree. So we're going to get some more on that, but there was strength involved, and it is finding that wand, holding it up and saying, I am the strength. I have the inner strength inside of me. I can conquer anything, all of these elements, if you want to call them elements. But they're all, I mean, that one there doesn't look very frightening. But she's got her foot on top of the cat. The tiger's even biting at her dress, which is like, it doesn't matter. I'm protected. I've got my wand. I've got the strength inside of me to whatever you want to chuck at me or tempt me with, because that is temptation. And it could have come from an emperor, but it is saying that the strength has put you in emperor energy, being able to mastery of all these skills, and in this animal instinct. An animal instinct of going out into the wild, wanting to take care of others and self, and actually, mastering the earth plane in the emperor energy. Right, give me something more with the devil and the emperor. Now that we've come out of, I think Mercury is in Cancer retrograde, and we're coming out of Cancer season, precious time and pure intention. So this was something to do with your time, your energy. The Fairy of Time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time, and be mindful not to waste others' time either. So again, this devil energy is distractions. And it's like, no, we when we think about, and I've seen all my past lives, we're here for a minute. We're here for a minute when you go back hundreds of years. So it is a reminder just to, make sure that we don't waste other people's time, having the strength inside to say no to what might be devil energy or attraction or distractions, and putting your foot down. I get this real strong feeling of I'm putting my foot down here, because my time and my energy are very important, very precious, and we've got pure intentions at the bottom of the deck. The Fairy of Manifestation will help you use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention for the highest good of all. So again, it's like having the strength to not be distracted, to get into the divine masculine of, I create my kingdoms, my time is precious, I don't have the time or the energy to fuck around. And that kind of looks like what's going on there, just to be blunt. But crutches, he's got a walking stick, so anything that might, make you feel like you are codependent or on a crutch of some kind. Precious time, pure intention. Let's get something else. I love these cards so much. There's a lot of white tigers around. So it's interesting that the one in all the animals in the strength card are all obviously in colour, and then in the devil card they're white. It's like they're in disguise. It's like you can't tell. You can't tell what they are because they're all white. Let's get some more. Precious time, pure intention, devil, and the emperor. The emperor it's divine masculine, father figure, grandfather figure, the protector. He's mastered all of the suits, the swords, the hearts, the wands, and into this emperor energy. And it could be that he's had two, or we've had two, come face to face with the devil, as in with our own addictions, codependencies, to get back into the emperor energy. But there was something about time here. There's an owl behind her, wisdom, and a clock, and a book. I love her hat. Right, give me something more on the emperor and the devil. Attachments, codependency, anything that makes you feel like you're chained. But mostly like distractions, and Christ knows we're in a fucking distraction war at the minute. Anything to put you off alignment. He is in alignment because he's balancing on those legs. His heart chakra is protected with the red energy sash. He's frying, he's making food, he's not even looking down there. He's got a bird on his hand. Sincere relationships and grateful. So sincere relationships. And this is, we are both looking in the same direction. We both have the same view. We both see, we're both looking, not even looking, because it's not a man and a female, it's two females, but they're shoulder to shoulder, so they're in alignment with each other, and there's sincerity there. Let's see if we can get some more. It's like they've got their hands around each other. So it's like, I've got your back, you've got mine, and we know where we're going, we know what we're doing. And this is that precious time as well. The precious time that don't waste any more of your time on devil energy or anything that's not sincere. At the bottom of the deck, we've got to be grateful. So be grateful for these sincere relationships, precious time, being made aware of. Now she's looking up at the butterfly, and this is in the heart space as well. So being grateful for what she's got, what's around her. I'm going to leave her out. Guardian at the bottom of the tank, pure intentions. Let's go to the fairies. Give me something for the devil and the emperor. And like I say, the emperor is either a man or it's us in our divine masculine, mastered, having the strength to have mastered all of the other suits, all of the other elements, and to stay focused, cutting ties with that which no longer serves us. And I've decided I'm going on mission. The Knight of Swords is, I'm armoured up, I've just got off the floor from something, but there was clarity and truth in this, maybe in this retrograde, Cancer retrograde, because Cancer really does highlight house, home, hearth, maternal lines, security, but very much so relationships in the heart space. And this is like, she's holding this sword which has stabbed through this rose and saying, I'm on mission. So the Knight of Swords is normally either news coming in or clarity that has said, right, yeah, I know where I'm going, I know what I'm doing, I'm on mission, and it's almost like she's just about to be knighted. I'm on mission, and this is, so something came to light. Some decision was made or something came through that brought clarity. The sword always represents a mind, there's like these little two bubbles. Now when I see there's three bubbles, they remind me, or the bubbles are like thoughts. And this rose is actually like got a dying one near it. There's a castle in the background, but it's like she's put the sword straight through the middle of the rose. I'm cutting ties with, because I'm going on mission. I know exactly what it is I've got to do, where I've got to go, where I need to be. And this could have come from yourself, or it could have come from outside of yourself. Let's get some more. And again, it took strength. That sword is that wand that's got like a star on the end of it. But there's gratitude here. There's gratitude in the lesson. There's gratitude in the clarity. There's gratitude in not having wasted any precious time. Give me some more. So the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is the foundations. The Four of Wands is, like I say, with Cancer retrograde, Mercury retrograde in Cancer, it's like, what are the foundations? Let's build new foundations. The Four of Wands can also be the twin flame energy, but it's the beginnings of house, hearth, home, family, security, and they're all gathered round and they've got this egg and they're like, well, what's going to be in the egg? So it was definitely foundational. There needed to be some ties cut or even revisited just to get this sincere relationship foundation, no wasting any precious time. Eight of Pentacles at the bottom. Eight of Pentacles is mastering one's skill and then making it better. Having all these skills, putting all these skills in a basket and being able to produce, to keep producing regardless of external circumstances, outcomes. But this did take strength. And the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is the shadow queen. The Queen of Wands is, I'm on fire. I go into the shadow. I look at what's around me. I reflect it back. I see where it's highlighting my shadow. And then I do the inner work, the integration, and I come out with this mastery, with this wand, and I use it in the world. I pass it on through my healing. I pass it on through whatever it is, my new business idea. She is on fire. She's alluring. So there's definitely Eight of Cups at the bottom of that. So it was walking away from because of precious time. I'm jumping on my dragonfly and I'm fucking off. I haven't got time for this shit. But yeah, the Queen of Wands. Right, give me something on the Emperor. I just got the Tower wanted to jump then. Emperor. Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is feeling trapped. The Eight of Swords and the Devil are literally go together. So the Eight of Swords is mental repetition of I can't leave my job, it's feeling stuck, it's feeling trapped, and it's an illusion. It's in the headspace and it's limiting beliefs. She believes that she can't get out of this the entanglement that she's trapped in because of her limiting beliefs. So we'll get some more. So there could have been, and then the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. Nine of Wands on the defensive. Let's get some more interesting stuff. Let's get some more. So that's devil energy. The Eight of Swords is, again, it's entrapment, but in the mind space. Codependencies, like, but limiting beliefs. I'm stuck here. I'm going to, and it's very often, it's not our beliefs. They've been passed on to us. So it's the Queen of Wands will go in and look at, why am I thinking like this? Where's it come from? Do the reflective work, almost like looking in the mirror, looking back, possibly ancestral, father line, emperor line, looking back at that tree, looking at the shadows that are surrounding that tree, seeing where the mental pattern has come from, going in, doing the work, mastery of that and coming out. That takes a lot of strength. Right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. And obviously we did have, and we have had, justice. Balancing the scales. There's that sword. Now the scales represent energy, they represent like our intentions, they can represent, you know, justice is justice. Knowing the difference between right and wrong. Balancing the scales of what's going out and what's coming in. And the sword, she's blindfolded because she doesn't need to see, she feels it out. Especially in this card, it's like I'm feeling out what's in balance with me, what's out of balance with me. And taking that sword and cutting the ties with that which no longer serves. And there's the wand that the Queen of Wands has come out with. This is what I've learned. But justice at the bottom of the deck, what did we get? So we got the Three of Swords. There was a little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of maybe let down. Or just releasing, and we can do this, like releasing old versions of ourselves. Like I said before, those shadows circling around the tree could be old versions of ourselves. And we do have to kind of grieve those parts of us that don't fit us anymore. The Chariot, this is the Shadow Queen, the Queen of Wands, going in and mastering the shadow and the light, integrating reflections that she sees in others back to herself, going, right, I need to do some healing work here, and then I'm going to get on my chariot, I'm going to take moves in the direction that I want my life and my reality to go in. Almost 8 of Cups, but precious time. 5 of Cups, not feeling seen. 5 of Cups is a little bit of regret as well. There could be like, I'm gutted that didn't work out. She can't see because she's overwhelmed in she may have had high expectations of something. And again, when we have high expectations, we are giving our power away to something outside of ourselves. So that is a limiting belief. That will keep us in the 8 of Swords. It's like, I'm stuck, I'm trapped, I can't move, I can't get out of this. It's going to cause 5 of Cups. It's going to put you in this energy of, there's nothing I can do. And also, it is when you've given out too much, when the scales aren't balanced, when there's been too much pouring out and not enough receiving. So this is, I'm not being seen, I'm not being heard, I'm not being emotionally fulfilled, and I feel trapped. And there was some 5 of Wands going on as well. So 5 of Wands is the blame game. 5 of Swords, sorry. 5 of Swords is the blame game. No one's taken responsibility. And that's what the Queen of Wands does. She actually takes responsibility for this 5 of Swords energy. This is he said, she said, pointing fingers. It could be bad mouthing. In the Druid deck, people would get thrown out of a village if they were caught 5 of Swordsing someone. So backstabbing. So 5 of Cups and 5 of Swords is a 10. That's a wrap. That's like, no, not happening. We're going to have a look at the Druid cards and see what they say. Devil, Emperor. So that's a real jump. Being tempted or temptation to empower, Emperor, empowerment through strength. through realising we our time is precious. What's the point in wasting our time or anyone else's? But again, like I say, there was some Five of Cups, not being emotionally fulfilled, a little bit of sorrow. This fell out on the Queen of Wands. So the Two of Wands, I love this because it is actually on the Sussex Downs. It's the long man. Is it the long man? The tall man. Anyway, it's a opening. It's a gateway. It's an opportunity. The two staffs in his hand represent that he has mastered two life skills, two lessons, and it has created this gateway to walk through. So that's what was there. Is what was available to us in the Mercury retrograde and the new moon and Cancer. And Five of Cups again at the bottom. He's so busy looking in the water at these cups like they've overspilt. He's poured out, basically. He's pouring out into the wrong places. But he's so focused on looking that way that he can't see that there's still two cups behind him. So this Five of Cups energy is a little bit woe me. And again, we haven't really got the time to be sitting in Five of Cups energy. And I think getting into that Emperor, give me something on this Emperor and the Devil. That fell out on the Two of Wands. Here comes the sun. This is what I started with. So it's an opportunity. We have the opportunity to get rid of what is not in alignment. Fives aren't in alignment if your cup is full. If you are doing the work and, contenting yourself and are looking for sincere relationships. Five of Swords is fuckery, basically. Mind games, not being honest, not being straightforward. They're literally not even bloody looking at each other. Five of Cups. And then, boom, there's an opportunity, a gateway to justice. Balance the scales. This is going to take strength, or has taken strength, to get into this Emperor energy, which is the divine masculine. And it's almost like he's reborn, but there's illumination around his head. And he's on the horse. But I did say right at the beginning, here comes the sun. We are about to get into Leo energy, and it's asking us, shine. Get out there and shine. Three of Pentacles at the bottom. Do we need any more? Should we get some more? Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say, it's alright. So the long man, there's a song by Ellie King, and she says, what does she say? Oh, is it the long man? Miracles are just too damn hard to find, and that is the opportunity. Yeah, Five of Wands again. Five of Swords, Five of Cups, Five of Wands. This is like almost training ground, battlefield. Are you going to get involved? Is it any of your business? Do we need to have this, little dance around with our sticks, all wanting to be right? This is the energy of I'm right, you're wrong. Bottom of the deck, Five of Wands. So it was or is training for moving into the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. There he is, sat at his table. He's got all these people. He's waiting on these sincere relationships. They're all going to join him at his table. This is manifestation energy. I've got 9 cups. I've got 9 places at my table. I'm going to fill those cups myself without any codependency or distraction or, interference. And then a wish fulfillment comes in because your cups are full. 9 of Cups, sincere relationships. Let's go to where are they? The Labyrinth fairies. I do love them. Here comes the sun. Here comes. So this is either happening, or is available at the moment. I think being grateful, for the lessons, for what it is that's come to light, or the clarity, because there's quite a few. Justice has got a sword in it, the clarity that has been granted or given is something to be grateful for, because being in the 8 of Swords, limiting beliefs, probably not our own, is going to cause a lot of 5 of Swords, a lot of 5 of Cups, and it's going to cause heartbreak if we stay limited in situations that aren't serving us. She fell out on the Queen of Wands and the Fairies of the Water. Now this talks about journeying, 39. She's on a little fly garret. So that could be sunken treasure and discovery of self and adventure. She's got frog feet, but there she is. She tells us to pay attention to our dreams, to listen to the murmur of the waters, to note the patterns in the damp fallen leaves, and to listen to the distant high sound of the angelic music among the stars. She also suggests soothing baths, hot tubs, jacuzzis, and trips near mud baths also help us quieten down and become strong enough to explore her territory, which is the earth and the waters from the depths to the heights. As important as it is to explore the inner realms, she tells us that exploration of the outer realms is also vital. She suggests we go to places we've never been, try things we've never done, take classes in subjects we've always meant to study, and maybe even learn a language and see where it takes us. Explore widely and deeply in our own world so we develop adventurousness of spirits. And I think that is adventure of spirit. I think that is getting out of this 8 of Swords, this feeling of being trapped. It almost goes without saying that she recommends exploring fairy. She also suggests kissing any metaphorical or actual frogs to encounter princes. But I don't know how seriously you want to take that suggestion. Have you ever noticed how people tend to not explore the territory they live in? How they only visit special places there when they are trying to entertain someone from out of town? We do the same thing with so many aspects of our lives, and then sometimes we grumble that life is dull. Life is always adventurous for adventurous people and boring for boring people. Get out there. We've got 37, which is literally Tobias of the Waters. Emotion, serenity, meditation, gracefully accepting change. See how she's siphoning through those waters. Water is mutable, changeable, and fluid, and Tobias speaks to it as a particular kind of change of emotions, and possibly a change in health. We have important choices to make about how we meet those changes and where we let them take us, toward the calm flowing purity of fairy waters or the boiling cauldron of hot temper and steamy emotions. The choice is obvious, but we sometimes forget that we have it. She reminds us that we do have a choice, and making it wisely or unwisely determines our future. The things we need in life remain constant, no matter what is going on or how hectic the changes and pressures in our lives may be. We need nurturing and love, and it is ultimately up to us to provide that for ourselves. The healing fairies will help if we ask them to. Beautiful. Unity at the bottom. Now I'm going to close with Earth Magic. So, give me something for the Emperor, the Devil, precious time, sincere relationships, gateway, the sun, strength. Give us a closing card, an overall card for us coming out of this Cancer retrograde, moving into Leo season. What's the advice for the collective? New moon, promise, and meadow, vulnerability. I don't think we've had that one before. But that's about stripping right down. It does look beautiful. Oh look, my God, it opened up straight on the page. Love it when it does that. You're in a place now where you can take risks with your feelings, and even more important, take risks with the truth of who you are. The truth you know in your heart and soul. You no longer need to be subjected to your own conditional fears, which is the Eight of Swords, of letting others know who you really are. It's a bit shiny, isn't it? Yes, others may judge, evaluate, criticise, and perhaps even put you down. These are very real possibilities, yet by trusting that you have the strength to deal with these reactions rather than responding adaptly and always playing it safe, you can more confidently allow yourself to be vulnerable. Always holding back from expressing your truth can create an illusion of safety, but armed with your trust and your faith, you can choose to be vulnerable and share your authentic self with the world. Vulnerability. And then promise, new moon at the bottom. And we've had this a couple of times as well, even though we're leading up to this full moon, which is in Sagittarius. I'm just guessing here. The promise. This is a time to launch a project, a new relationship, or renew something that has been put aside for a later date, with your intention and willingness to allow a full cycle to complete itself. That which you desire will manifest. The seed of that idea is ready to emerge from the darkness of your subconscious into the full awareness. The next step is to put it into action. What is required to fully realise this idea? A promise has two meanings. It can be a commitment and a guarantee to yourself I'm being stabbed in the back as we're saying this, by the way. I feel it. It can be a commitment and a guarantee to yourself or someone else that a particular thing will happen, or it can imply that something specific is expected to happen. When your will is aligned with the will of spirit and your intention is focused on what you wish to happen, there will be fulfillment and the promise is kept. I love you lot.